It's Kevin Landrigan at the Nashville Telegraph and LobbyNH.com. Want to talk a little bit about one of the differences you're going to see between this new governor, Maggie Hassan, the Democrat from Exeter, and this last governor, John Lynch, the Democrat from Hopkinton, who rides off into the sunset with a high approval rating and takes with him a lot of political capital. And one of the big differences is where they came from. As you heard from Maggie Hassan in her inaugural speech, she's a former legislator, a former Senate Majority Leader, a powerful position in the Senate, in any legislative body. She spoke to them about that. She said, I've done your job, I know what you do, I know it's hard, I know you serve constituents, but you're obligated to vote and act in the interests of the entire state and not just in your district. And how will she be different than John Lynch? He stayed above the fray. He didn't really get involved in the rough and tumble of legislative process. He sat back very much to the consternation of legislators in both parties, including many of his own allies, and didn't take positions on key issues. I don't think you're going to see a meddling Maggie Hassan, but I think you're going to see a more engaged governor with this legislature. And she's got some real opportunities with regard to that. As we've seen historically, I've seen it over and over again with governors in New Hampshire, the Senate is a much easier body for any governor to work with. There's only 24 members. There's a Senate tradition of comity and collegiality. In other words, they all treat each other a lot better than rank and file members in the House treat each other by party. So, and with a 13-11 Republican advantage, all Governor Hassan needs to do is identify 2 Senate Republicans to go along with her, carry her Democrats, and she can win the day in the state Senate, despite what Senate President Peter Bragdon wants to have happen. So I think she'll pick her spots. Like I said, I don't think she'll be a busybody or in any way interfere in the legislative process. But at the right time, she'll make things happen. And she's had that experience on the other side with same-sex marriage law, which, by the way, doesn't happen without Maggie Hassan. I think Jim Spillane, the retired Portsmouth Democrat, was the godfather of that issue and probably deserves the most credit. But Maggie Hassan was in the trenches, and she changed that bill 3 times to appeal to a recalcitrant Governor John Lynch. She knows what it takes to win over the governor. Now she's wearing the other shoe. So she's going to approach those legislators and say, okay, here's what I want. What do you need to have changed in order for you to agree with what I want? That's what I'm talking about with regard to that difference in style and because of the difference in background between these 2 Democrats.